Hi everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Dojo Plans, and today we're going to be planning some daily sheets for my social media planner. I use this specific way of planning just to help me narrow down the things that I do in a day, because I like to cram as much as I can in a day, and then I get really stressed out, and then I get mad that I'm stressed out. So this kind of just helps me be like, okay, what do I really truly need to get done today? Like, has to be done, and then what can be put in like the if I have time section, and then that way I can kind of move those things to, later on in the day, that kind of thing, or to the next day, whatever it is. But this just kind of helps ease my mind a little bit, because I just really enjoy misery apparently and I like to just make myself really stressed out. So this just helps me, so I'm not doing that as often. So I have two different sheets here. This one right here is from Live Love Posh. It's from her paper pack. It is just one-sided. This back side is more of just like a extra notes bling, but I really never use that side. So we're just going to focus on this side. And then these ones are from the Happy Planner, and these ones are double-sided. So I have a total of 7 sheets, but these ones are double-sided, so 7, like a total of 7 days, not sheets, 7 days. But I really wanted to go in with the new Crystals and Floral sticker book from Plannything, because this book is absolutely gorgeous, and there's just so many gorgeous things in here. I might pull out another book, because I don't think there's like 7 different things, but I thought it would be fun to just kind of play with. So let's go ahead and get started. And let's see, so I'm actually going to start at the back. I've been wanting to play with this green set back here. That's really pretty. And the nice thing about this book is it has boxes and all that good stuff. So I might just pull out another book for some quotes. But other than that, for the most part, we can stick to this book. So let's just dive right in. I'm going to try to use the pages that I've used before, because I have pulled a couple of stickers out of this book already, but I'm going to go in. I guess I only need 1 sheet on my desk right now, right? Okay, so let's put this right up here, and then I think I'm probably going to save some room for a quote, which let's just do that now, because I say I'm going to save room, and then we're going to get to where there should have been a quote there, and then I'm going to forget. So let's just get a quote. These are from Amber Plans Her Day, and I'm going to slap this right in here. That way then I can put some stuff around it and not worry about the fact that I didn't leave room for a quote. So now we can kind of put some of these crystals around it here. So I'm just going to put some of these. I'm going to try to use this whole page. It's at least my goal. I'm trying to figure out how I can use that, this guy, because it's definitely not sized for this planner. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do for that. So I'm just sticking some of these crystals in here. And then let's grab this. I think if I put like a box next to it, because the thing about this sticker is it's nicely cut. So like obviously it's not going to fit, but I could have it in a corner on one side, and I think I might put a box over on the other side to kind of just make it look better. It does have an offset on it that I'm going to have to trim off, so let's do that before I get too carried away. Trim off all this offset here, because otherwise it wouldn't have gone side to side color. Where'd that other piece go? Cool, I lost it. Okay, and so yeah, I think if I put like a box over that, so I'm going to look in here real quick, because there's surely a box. Oh yeah, here, let's pull this big like sidebar looking box, because I don't always use the full checklist, so I feel like this is okay. We'll give myself another place to write in. And I'm going to go back to that page because I was almost done with it. And let's just grab these last crystals and slap them in here. Grabbing those crystals, and then I can pull this page out. That's like my goal. I think that's going to be my like my 2023 word. Maybe it's going to be like finish or something like that. I just had this book out on my desk, so I'm going to go in the priority words sections, and then I'm just going to use these words because otherwise I never really use them. They're from Amber Plans Her Day, but then I could put this week, and then I can give myself another little header of like a to-do, and then I can give myself a header of priority. There we go. Okay, I think this one is good. Again, keeping it pretty simple. Loving it. All right, let's go ahead and grab our next sheet, which now we're going into the Happy Planner sheets. I feel like I can use some of these sets like more than once because some of them have some different vibe stickers. Like now we could do like individual floral, but let's go to a different one for now. So now we have this one, which is like purpley crystals. Oh, and then random florals, but this one's really pretty. I kind of want to use this one. Let's see what we can do with this one. They're so pretty. If I can get them out. Okay, because I feel like I can put this down over here. Maybe. Lining it up is always the hard part because you gotta line it up on two sides, not just one side. Okay. There we go. Have that down. And then we have some just like floral things that can go near our headers or on our headers. I'm going to just take some white out, cover that up, slap that right in there. I think I'm going to make this like a side floral. Sometimes when the stickers, like the florals, are in bundles like this, it makes it a little harder for me to use. So I gotta like think of different ways, but sometimes if I can turn them into like a along the side floral, then I end up liking them a lot more. So let's see here. I hate white out. I'm like, it's just not. It is not white. It's a lie. It is just a straight up lie. Being lied to. Okay, I'm gonna just stick that right in here because I don't really know what else to do with it, and I hate that. But I'm gonna love it in a second because maybe if I put a quote over it, it'll kind of help distract. I feel like I need a really big quote to distract. Let's get a big, let's try this one. Failing to plan, planning to fail. Let's try this one. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Kind of just cover up that spot because it wasn't my favorite. And then I'm going to go to these pinky boxes because I already have my today and priorities. I don't necessarily need those reiterated again. But I am just going to add a couple boxes because I do like to do my stats for the week. So I'm just going to add some of those, and then I think I can add like one more floral thing. I think maybe right underneath that. So I'm thinking this one would be okay. Let me just cover up that spot because I probably won't use that one. Okay, let's go ahead and flip it over. I don't know if there's like things with like the... Okay, so there are some things with the crystals. I was like, it's a crystal section, but we don't really have a lot of those crystals. Okay, well, we have crystals here. So I'm trying to look and see how can we use this long piece. Maybe we can pull this whole thing out, and it can either go on the bottom, or I think it can go on the side. Maybe it can go on both. Let's shoot for both. Why not? Live on the edge a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to stick this right along the side here. And then we have to go in and trim this off. Okie dokie. And then we're going to take this whole piece and we're going to put this along the bottom. Because it's like an awkwardly really big sticker. And I feel like in any other format it would have looked really weird. Then we kind of give ourselves a little bit of a border on our sheet, which is nice. Okay, and then let's go ahead and add some of these crystals that can be hanging out. If I can pull them up, just adding a few. Down at the bottom. I think we can cover this up. And I think I need to cover up some of this. Maybe some more of this. And we'll take this big chunk of crystal. Stick this right in here. Right over there. Okay, let's see. We have some of the colored boxes. So again, I'm going to take this long one. And again, we'll kind of do some boxes here for stats. I like individual things. There we go. Okie dokie. Kind of keeping it pretty simple for this one. Not really mixing a lot of like the other, like the florals and all that stuff with it. I'm kind of just focusing more on the crystals for this one because we're going to have to reuse some of these sets again. So I'm going to call that one good. Maybe just throw in a quote here. Let's do this, "You are magic." I feel like that fits pretty well with the crystals. Okay. All right, 3 pages down. Grabbing our next sheet. Okay, so let's stick in this realm. And we have the individual florals. So maybe we can do something fun. So we have these guys, and then we have these gigantic florals. So let's just see. Maybe we can kind of just overtake the space on the page with these florals. Oops, if I can get them up. Use these big ones to do something here down at the bottom. Kind of just winging it, to be honest. Just getting like a little floral garden down at the center. Not the center, at the bottom. Lord, I can't talk today. And then add some of these pretty leaves and twigs, and even add smaller of the same florals, but just smaller. Just trying to make these individual ones look a little bit nicer by adding some of these leaves in here. Just make them look a little bit different. Kind of just playing with kind of like a build your own bouquet moment or floral stack, whatever you want to call it. DIY. Ooh, we have a splotch. I'm liking that splotch. And then I'm thinking maybe we can just have some of the smaller florals kind of just float in here. Might leave like a little space for a box or two. And a quote. Believe, achieve, conquer. I'm going to go back to my florals, and I'm going to kind of keep filling in some of this space here. The empty space we have with the florals. It'd be easier if I wasn't struggling so much to pull them up in the first place. Okay, I think I'm going to call this one good. Kind of simple. But I think it works. Simplicity it is. We even have like these fun like frame to play with those ones. Okay, so we have the pink crystals, which the pink crystals didn't really have a lot of things to go with it, but we do have these florals. So I'm wondering if we can do something with those. Ooh, and then we have this. Ooh. Let's try something with this. Look at this gigantic, and it has like an open middle. So I don't think there's a box. Pull that off. I don't think there's like a square. So I'm gonna pull out a black square just for kicks and giggles. So we can just try this because I'm just curious. I'm gonna try my best to place it. I'm going to place it down first because otherwise I'll have to figure out where it's going to go like once my sticker's all the way down. That way it's like a little spot I can write in. And that can literally be this whole section. Boom. Okay, well now I feel like I have to put more black in there. But that's like a really simple way to spiffy up something, and then I have all these really fun crystals. Florals are confusing me a little bit. I mean, sure they go, but I guess we'll kind of just have to play with it and see. So I think I'm going to grab some of these florals out. Kind of do similar to what I did on the other side, but I'll have the crystals down, and then maybe we can put the florals around it and see if it kind of pulls all together. I'm just going to start pulling out some of these things. Seeing if I can kind of make like a little flower section. Trim all the bottom off. I don't know, I guess it's kind of hard to get those florals to go with the crystals, and I think that's where I'm struggling a little bit. But you know, the nice thing is, I mean, I think I say this every week, but I literally will use these and then I'm done with it after a day. And really, I'm just gonna chicken scratch in it, so they don't look cute after I'm done writing in them. Some days I put everything on my to-do list, and then some days I'll like write down just like the priorities and kind of just focus on only that and not really focus on much else for the week. So it kind of just depends on how I'm feeling. Usually I try, if I remember, big if I remember, usually I try to write in these like every evening for like the following day. So that's started to be more my goal, because otherwise I would forget to write in them, and then I would get halfway through the day and wonder why I'm stressed out, and I'm like, oh, it's because I didn't take time to like write down what I wanted to get done. So usually that's what will happen. So now I'm a little bit better at making sure I write in my planner, you know, before the next day, because that just kind of helps me, you know, kind of helps me just remember to do all the things. Trying to set myself up for success on most days, really. Okay, all those ones good. We have one more full page of a back and front, so we have 2 more left. So let's go back to we did that page. Okay, this time we have our big florals again. So I'm going to use this page because I've already used it. And I want to be able to rip out another page. I haven't really been able to do that again. So I'm going to kind of do similar to what I did on the other one, except I think I'm not going to have like the flowers falling because I didn't really care for that as much. But I am going to line the bottom with all these really pretty florals. Trim off all the excess. And normally I would save these, but because it's a daily sheet, I don't really know where they would go, to be honest with you. Okay, so hopefully we'll come back to that page. And then I do have my page of smaller pieces to hopefully kind of pull this together a little bit better, because we're looking a little crazy right now. All the big florals kind of looks weird, to say the least. But I'm wondering if I mix some of like these smaller ones in with it, if it will kind of help. It'll either help or make it worse. One of the two. So I'm just gonna start adding in some of these leaves to kind of break up the florals a little bit. Okay, yeah, I like that better. Definitely like that a little bit better. Okay, I'm gonna go to have those same kind of like crystal rock kind of things. I'm gonna add a few boxes. And maybe a small one. A few boxes. I only have 2 more on this page, so I'm like, I might as well just use them somewhere. Might as well. These gigantic florals. I'm like, yeah, let's use them somewhere. As I'm like trying to like squeeze them into this space that I have. Okay, this one I will use the rest of it, because that's like half the floral, if not more than half. Just give myself a corner floral And then we can take a little floral, stick that in there. Just give ourselves like a corner. All right, flipping it over. We have one more set to do, and we've used all the sets at least once, I think. Some of them twice. So now we got to figure out what we want. Okay, I think I'm going to center this one around a quote. So let's do this. Just a girl with goals. Lay that right in there. I think I'm going to go back to these ones because there's like a lot of potential with these. I guess I'm just like struggling with how to use the crystals with it. I guess that's where I'm kind of like, I don't know. But maybe we can just kind of have the crystals floating around this time instead of having them come out of things. So I'm going to focus on the crystals. Kind of just going to lay them all around the page. It's definitely a lot different trying to do 7 spreads with one book. Definitely adds a challenge, especially when there aren't enough sets in that book to do completely different spreads. But I still think we got completely different spreads regardless, which is nice. I'm going to do this gigantic crystal formation right in the center. I am going to add a box from these colors. Like 2, like this pale color. Yeah, kept it simple. Keeping it simple. Nothing too crazy. Just all crystals all around. Okay, I think that's about where we're gonna be for that one. So there we go, you guys. So here is 1 and 2. Then we have 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and then 7 pages all ready to go, all decorated. Hey, even if they're not my favorite, like, there are definitely favorites. Like, I think I like this one actually a lot, and I didn't put a quote in that one, which I'm just realizing, but I actually really like how that looks. Kind of looks like oil splotch, but I think this one's my favorite, and then this one's probably like second favorite. But the nice thing is I just use these for one day and then I can move on. But using crystals and florals from Planny Thing, and then some black quotes from Amber Plans Her Day. But I just hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!